The Princess with the Thunderous Tummy, a Tanzanian folktale. In the sun-drenched plains of Tanzania, where zebras grazed and acacia trees swayed in the warm breeze, lived King Jengo, a man as strong as a baobab tree and as wise as the old elephants who roamed the savannah. He had 3 daughters, each beautiful in their own way. Zahara, the eldest, with eyes that shimmered like twilight, possessed a laugh as infectious as a hyena's cackle. Amani, the middle daughter, with a smile warm as the midday sun, had a spirit bright and curious as a young gazelle. But then there was Nuru, the youngest. Nuru had a heart gentle as a dove, eyes that sparkled like dewdrops on morning grass, and a secret that rumbled deep within her belly like a brewing storm. Nuru wasn't like other princesses. While her sisters giggled and danced, Nuru farted. Not just any kind of fart, mind you, but earth-shattering, window-rattling blasts that could clear a room faster than a hungry lion chasing a wildebeest. When Nuru let one loose, the sound boomed across the savannah, reaching villages 4 settlements away. It wasn't a delicate toot or a muffled poof, but a thunderous eruption that could send birds scattering and leaves swirling in a mini tornado. At first, Nuru thought it was funny. A giggle would escape her lips as her sisters gasped and covered their noses. But the amusement soon faded. Whispers turned into snickers, and snickers into full-blown laughter. The palace servants would hold their breath and tiptoe around her, their faces contorted in a silent plea for mercy. Even her own sisters, Zahara and Amani, would hold handkerchiefs to their faces and retreat to their chambers, leaving Nuru alone with the echoing rumble and a growing pang of shame. News of the princess with the thunderous tummy spread like wildfire across the kingdom. Suitors from far and wide, lured by tales of King Jengo's wealth and his daughter's beauty, arrived at the palace gates. One by one, they were ushered into the grand hall, their eyes gleaming with anticipation. But the moment Nuru entered, a nervous smile gracing her lips, their expressions would falter. A single, earth-shattering explosion from her behind would send them scrambling for the nearest exit, dreams of marriage evaporating faster than morning mist. King Jengo watched helplessly as his youngest daughter became a social pariah. His heart ached for Nuru, his once bubbly child who now retreated to the palace gardens, her laughter replaced by a quiet sadness. He consulted with the wisest elders, the most renowned healers, even the eccentric medicine man who lived on the outskirts of the kingdom, known for his concoctions made from exotic plants and questionable ingredients. Alas, no cure, no potion, no charm could silence the rumbling volcano within Nuru. One starlit night, as Nuru sat alone by the shimmering Serengeti River, a lone figure approached her. It was Mzee Jabari, an old man with skin like weathered leather and eyes that held the wisdom of countless seasons. Nuru recognized him as the kind old soul who used to bring her sweet mangoes when she was a child. Mambo, Nuru, Mzee Jabari greeted her gently, his voice as soothing as the lapping water. Nuru, startled, managed a small nod. Tears welled up in her eyes, threatening to spill. Mzee Jabari sat beside her, his gaze fixed on the shimmering river. "I hear the whispers, Nuru," he said softly. "They call you names and mock you for something you cannot control." Shame burned in Nuru's cheeks. She nodded, tears tracing silent paths down her face. Mzee Jabari placed a wrinkled hand on hers. "Nuru, listen to me," he said, his voice firm yet kind. "You are a princess, not just because of your blood, but because of the kindness in your heart and the strength in your spirit. Do not let anyone make you feel less because of your unique talent." Nuru looked at him, a flicker of hope sparking in her eyes. Do you not find it disgusting?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. Mzee Jabari chuckled, a deep rumble that resonated in his chest. "Disgusting," he repeated, amusement dancing in his eyes. "Nuru, my dear, a healthy body makes healthy noises. It's a part of life, just like breathing or laughing." Nuru blinked, surprised. No one had ever talked to her about it like this before. It wasn't disgusting. It was normal. Mzee Jabari. Mzee Jabari's words, though simple, struck a chord deep within Nuru. A tiny seed of hope, long dormant, began to sprout in her heart. Perhaps, just perhaps, there was more to her than just her thunderous tummy. Mzee Jabari, Nuru began, her voice gaining a newfound strength. What if I could use this talent for good? Mzee Jabari's eyes twinkled with amusement. My dear Nuru, he said, imagination is a powerful tool. Tell me, how do you envision using your gift? Nuru, her mind alight with newfound possibilities, began to weave a fantastical tale. Imagine, she whispered, a mischievous glint in her eyes, if I could use my, well, you know, to scare away enemies who threaten our kingdom. Or, perhaps, I could use it to clear a path through the dense brush for our hunters. Or maybe, just maybe, I could use it to create a symphony of sound, a unique melody that celebrates the beauty of our land. Mzee Jabari listened intently, a wide smile spreading across his weathered face. Nuru, he declared, his voice filled with pride, that is the spirit of a true princess. It's not about what you have, but how you choose to use it. The following days were filled with experimentation. Nuru, with Mzee Jabari as her guide, practiced controlling her talent, learning to unleash it with precision and purpose. They ventured deep into the savannah, away from prying eyes and judgmental ears. Nuru practiced directing her blasts, creating rhythmic booms that echoed through the grasslands, startling a pride of lions from a potential kill and sending a flock of startled birds soaring into the sky in a dazzling display. News of the strange occurrences on the plains reached the palace. Whispers of lion whisperers and bird callers filled the air. Curiosity piqued, King Django decided to investigate. He, along with Zahara and Amani, embarked on a journey to find the source of the mysterious sounds. They found Nuru and Mzee Jabari practicing in a secluded clearing. As Nuru unleashed a series of controlled blasts, creating a booming yet oddly beautiful sequence, King Django's jaw dropped. Amani burst into laughter, not of mockery, but of pure joy and marvel at her sister's newfound ability. Even Zahara, usually reserved, couldn't help but crack a smile. Nuru, initially hesitant, beamed with pride when she saw the acceptance in their eyes. She explained to her father and sisters how Mzee Jabari had helped her see her talent in a new light. King Django, his heart swelling with a mixture of relief and awe, embraced his daughter tightly. Nuru, my child, he said, his voice thick with emotion, you have shown incredible strength and resourcefulness. You are a true princess, a unique and valuable member of our royal family. News of Nuru's newfound skill spread like wildfire. People, initially wary, began to see her not as a social pariah, but as a resourceful and talented princess. Suitors, no longer deterred by the rumors, arrived at the palace gates, eager to court the princess with the thunderous voice. Nuru, however, remained cautious. Though her confidence had grown, she wasn't interested in a prince who only saw her as a novelty. She craved someone who would accept her for who she truly was, a kind, intelligent, and yes, even gassy princess. One day, a young prince named Jabari Jr., the grandson of Mzee Jabari, arrived at the palace. He wasn't the most handsome or the wealthiest, but he possessed a kind heart and a mischievous glint in his eyes. He approached Nuru not with fear or disgust, but with a playful grin. So, Princess Nuru, he said, bowing slightly, I hear you have a rather impressive talent for sound effects. Nuru, surprised by his casual acceptance, couldn't help but chuckle. Perhaps, just perhaps, there was a prince out there who wouldn't be scared away by a little thunder. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the savannah in hues of orange and purple, Nuru and Jabari Jr. sat by the Serengeti River, sharing stories and laughter. The sound of hyenas cackling in the distance was no longer a source of shame for Nuru, but a reminder of her unique gift and the journey that led her to embrace it. The tale of the princess with the thunderous tummy became a legend, a reminder that true strength lies in accepting oneself and using one's unique talents to make a difference in the world. After all, sometimes, the loudest voice can be the most powerful, even if it comes